We're ready for example number 7 under linear functions, assignment number 19. Very similar to the previous two. Watch them in sequence, it helps, all right? You might think, well, how come we're doing another one where they gave us two ordered pairs? I want to remind you again, our job is to build the equation and then use the equation to build the graph. Fill in the boxes, do the graph, all right? So please try to follow what I'm doing here. You might think, how come we're doing another one where they gave us 2 points? We've already done a couple like that. We have x1, y1, we have x2, y2. Two ordered pairs. Let's find the slope, all right? So m would equal y2, which is 12, minus y1, which is 7. This is assignment 18, slope, rise and run. Remember when we did the I like to move it. You know, slope, rise over run. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus, what happens when you put a negative number after a minus? Plus, minus negative combines to make plus. This slope turns out to be 5 over, let's see, negative 8 plus 8 would be 0. Oh my gosh, let's see. I always have trouble remembering what that means, Mr. Sedimentary Deposit. I always forget, what's 5 divided by 0? I never can figure out what that would be. Is there any tricks you could give me to help me remember what that would equal here? I just always have trouble with that. The person's holding a calculator as they ask me these questions. Put it in the calculator if you have to. Now I really hope that your brain knows what's going on here, okay? But if you don't know, you'll hit 5 divided by 0 and hit equals and it'll tell you, okay? And I hope that if you put 5 divided by 0 into your calculator, what would happen would be that it would probably hopefully give you some sort of error message. You can't divide by 0. That's called undefined. And the machine would hopefully give you such a message. Undefined. If I could invent a calculator, anytime anybody tries to divide by 0, it would go. All right? But anyway, so this is different. This is weird. There is no slope. All right? It's undefined. In fact, in the slope box, let's put undefined. So what do we put in the box there for slope? What number do we put here? It's a question mark. There isn't one. All right? Undefined means you can't do it. It's impossible. This doesn't really have a slope, all right? So there's not really going to be a slope-intercept equation because it doesn't even have a slope. I'm crossing out the word slope there, all right? So how do you find b? You know, this is just an exception. So here's the red flag that I would throw out there for you. If you get an undefined slope, then you need to stop and think about, well, what's going on here? This is different, all right? This is just a weird scenario here. And we're going to put this in the notes, and you already have it, okay? But let's plot the 2 points and see if we can figure out what's going on here. So if we go out to the ordered pair negative 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 8, I wish I'd have used smaller numbers, oh well. Negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I counted wrong, just pretend, all right? And then negative 8, 12, you would note that those 2 points, one is above the other, okay? And so if the question is, where does it cross the y-axis, I hope you would say, well, here's the y-axis. It ain't ever going to cross it, right? It's parallel to it is the word. So this doesn't have a y-intercept either. So in that box, let's show that we understood that by putting none. So we're kind of using the graph to figure out the equation, actually. All right? So there's no y-intercept. So there is no y equals mx plus b equation. This is a weird one. It's different. So let's look at all these ordered pairs. If we plot these 2 points and draw the line through them, what would they all have in common? Don't they all have a value of x equal to negative 8? So what's the description of all the ordered pairs that are on that line? All points where x is negative 8. X equals negative 8. So that's its equation. It's just not a slope-intercept equation because it didn't have a slope, it didn't have an intercept. So that's the oddball. That's the one that stands out. And so I put that in the notes. I was trying to be concise. If your slope turns out to be undefined, division by 0, then you're dealing with a vertical line, and the equation, I gotta quit doing that, is x equals a number, okay? And in this case, that number is -8. So that's an oddball one, it's different, and there very well could be one like that on assignment 19, and it's up to you to recognize that and do it like we did this one, okay? So we're doing our best. You guys are doing great. Hope you're having a great day. We'll see you in a few.